All right, guys, this is One Key Car Garage. We're back with old pro at the Autobahn. He's gonna take us for a ride in this sweet 2001 740i M Sport. Like I was telling you before, it was a labor of love. He did a lot of stuff to this car, and with 252,000 miles on the clock, you would not believe it, guys. This thing drives amazing. So old pro, you want to go through and tell us a few of the weak points on these cars and why they're misunderstood, and some of the things you address on this car.
Well, first of all, I've never seen a 740 or a 540 without an oil leak, and I was determined to nip that in the bud. So when I got the car, I put the car sit down for like 2 years and make a list of stuff that I want to do to the car. And the first thing I wanted was to do is get the motor right before I even fix the oil leak. So I took the vanuses off, timing chains and all that, sent the vanos out to Dr. Vanos. He rebuilt them for me. New timing chain, new tensioner, new OCV valve, everything on the front was new. I put on new, you know, everything, new spark plug, new coils, everything. And then I started to tackle the leaks. Okay, so it was leaking around the oil pan. That was fixed when I did the vanuses. Then the upper timing covers, them suckers where the two vanos solenoids go in, just constantly leak all it. No matter what, I couldn't even get them fixed.
Right.
So what I did was I went to Benz, and Benz sell a different type of RTV. I guess I forgot what it's called. And I took the covers off, bam, fixed that oil leak. Then I started having oil leak on around the lines of the filter, power steering, and all that. And what I decided to do is, you know where they crimp the lines, the oil lines to the metal, keep leaks in the joint. So I took the lines all off and take them to this company that does hydraulic lines, and they took the old line, rubber part of the lines off, and then they compressed new blue silicone lines on them. So I did that to every line. I do that to the two lines that's going to the oil filter, the two lines that's going to the power steering pumps. I did every oil line under there possible. I also did the two line that's going to the transmission from the cooler. And you know, after I did that, I started to get a power steering noise, a whine from the power steering, and I changed the power steering pump, still having the same problem. Now the reservoir has a filter in it, and when the filter in the bottom clogged up, you can get that whine. But I put a new reservoir on there before I was getting the noise. Come to find out, over the years, what people did was, you know, because of the leaks, whatever fluid they can get, they just pour it in there.
Right.
They just keep pouring whatever fluid they can get in there. And after pulling off the cooler for the power steering pump and look at it, the grime and dirt that was coming under there is crazy. So the fluid wasn't flowing properly. So the steering was hard to turn and all that, fix that. Then I decided to change the transmission fluid, and filter. And there wasn't much to do after that, so I started thinking around with the cooling system after.
Did you change the power steering line too?
Yes, power steering line's been changed.
Okay.
Yeah, both power steering lines been changed, and pump, the reservoir, and you know the reservoir has a filter in there. So all that was said and done, I wasn't even driving the car. I just did that and, you know, have the car sitting. Then I tackled the cooling system, and one of the things that I did to the cooling system is ECS Tuning sells a thermostat that opens at 86 degrees, which is about, I want to say 20 degrees earlier than the regular thermostat, because on these cars, for some reason, BMW make these cars run warmer than normal, and you know, just for efficiency, they said it run more efficient when it's warmer. So this thermostat probably opened at 2, I want to say 28, between 28 and 230 or somewhere around there. Don't quote me on that. So what I did was I get a thermostat that opens at like around 212. And guys, ECS Tuning sell these thermostats for these 540s and these 740s, the same motor, same in what, 54 motor, or what you want to call it, and 62 motor. So you know, you want to get it from them if you want to run your car run cooler, because the cooler the car run is the better for all these plastic reservoirs and these bottles, and you know,
right,
too much heat,
eliminate some of the heat.
Right. So I did that, did the thermostat, did the hoses, water pump hoses, bypass hoses, overflow tank. I did all TRWs because I seen a guy 777 in I think he's in Germany. He do a lot of this work, and he did all TRW hoses. So I did that. When that was done, funny enough, I forgot the car on one night, and it runs for about 3 hours, and everything was good with it. It just sit there running. Then I started looking at the fan clutch. The fan clutch started to act up, so I replaced the fan clutch with a OEM fan clutch, and I replaced the fan also, and everything was good with it. Now the drivability part of it on the road, I replaced the front struts, I replaced the control arms, and when I went to align it, I couldn't get the bike aligned. The wheels on the back was like camber, no matter, they couldn't get it aligned, because actually BMW comes with a negative camber on the back, but still it was way off too much. They told me the bushings in there were bad, and when I look online for the bushings don't come separately. They come with the control arms on the back, and one arm is like $450. So I said, I'm not doing that. Starting to look around, I found a company in Australia called K-Mac, and look deeper, I saw that ECS sell the bushings. So I ordered some K-Mac bushing that can be adjusted at least an inch more than the normal bushing, the adjustable part of the bushings. Right. So I bought those, and that took me 2 months to get here. When they got here, some of the hardware was missing, but still I made it work, and you know, press the bushings in the control arm, the lower rear control arms, and took it back to align it, and then took it for a ride. And to my surprise, it drove so good, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I've got a 540 and I've got a bunch of BMWs, and this one, for some reason, just steal the cookie from the cookie jar. It just,
yeah, it's tight.
It's tight. I mean, you feel like you're driving a real car. As Doug DeMera would say, it feels real. Even the turn signals feel real. Everything on the car feels just real. No, you know, fake noises, no nothing. You know, when you drive the car, what you got is what you got. It is what it is. And you know, I started to tweak stuff on it. Like, I tried to get the stabilizer link with the grease nipples on it so I can grease them, you know, stuff like that.
Wow, so all the weak points addressed.
Yeah, all the weak points addressed. The biggest weak points that I had on this car was the cooling system and the oil leaks. And I think once I did take off all the oil lines and get them redone with the silicone lines from that company, that took care of that. And on the cooling system, once I did the thermostat with, you know, a thermostat that opens sooner, make the car runs cooler, I think I just tackled the two most vulnerable weak points. Right. And then, I mean, this is it. I took the car out, did a paint correction on there, and hey, I've been driving this car every day since for the last, I want to say 6 months. It's my daily. I don't even drive the 540 anymore.
Right, the 540 is getting jealous.
Yeah. And I have a 550 that I don't drive and stuff like that. I don't drive anymore. This car is just so comfortable. The seats are second to none.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
like
man.
a brand new car.
I take this car to the beach every week, and not that I want to go to the beach. I just want to drive this car to the beach every day. You know, I just want to drive this car. You just get in it. You just want to keep going. The AC is, oh my God, it's freezing. Oh yeah, one more thing I did was I changed the dashboard. I like the stitching on the dashboard.
This is
so I changed.
rich.
Yeah, I changed the dashboard, and while I was in there changing the dashboard, you know, I said, you know what, I'm gonna change the blower motor and the blower motor resistor while I'm in there, only because it's a 01. It's got 252,000 miles on there, and God forbid 6 months down the road the blower motor took a dump on me, or the resistor took a dump on me, and then I gotta take this dash back out again. So I just went along and changed it
while you're there.
Yeah, while I was there, I just changed it, and you know.
So what kind of plans do you have for this going forward?
Well,
you make me miss mine.
Well, what I want to do is,
I can pause you,
because I actually want to put an intake on here, just an intake, you know, and see what happens. You know, just to play around a little bit, you know, step by step.
Right.
Other than that, I just want to drive the holy hell out of this car every day. I mean,
how about the radio you're talking about?
Oh well, yes, I bought an Extron radio with Apple CarPlay and, you know, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, YouTube, you name it, the whole works.
So update it to the 21st century a little bit. Yeah,
because this car is just straight analog, basically. Yeah. This is an analog car, so I'm gonna bring it into the 21st century with that radio. And I've already changed the speakers in the door. I bought there's a company by the name of Bob Sound. They sell a set of speaker, plug and play for this. I changed them out already about a month ago. I just bought a set because the speakers that were here, they were made from paper cones, and the cones were all tears. So when you turn the radio on, you're getting like a whole lot of buzzing like bees. So I changed them all out already.
Yeah.
Now it's the radio next, and you know. Oh, and one more thing I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a wireless charger in here for my phone right here.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna put one right here when I get a chance. Headliner also, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna put an
Alcantara. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And finally,
this one is clean.
Yeah.
This one looks brand new.
And the final thing I think I might do is change this to a stick. I might change it to a stick because I've seen where this guy, I was at H2O a couple of weeks ago, and this guy had a 740 that he changed, you know, the transmission to a stick.
Oh, that's gonna be a beast.
And then he said the car was a beast after that. I mean, it just was a different kind of animal. So I might look into that, but I'm not there yet.
Right.
I got a bunch of little small tweaking to do, headliner, radio, you know, stuff like that. But other than that, man, this thing runs like a monster.
Yeah, look at that, guys.
It just goes, you know, for 250,000 miles.
Woo! This thing is smooth.
She don't even burn oil. She don't even burn oil, man. She don't even burn oil. Her biggest problem was those oil leaks, and once we fixed those, she was good.
She was good to go.
Yeah, she runs like a champ.
And brakes, everything is on point.
Yeah. I did the brakes also. I put some cross drill and dimpled pads and rotors in it from Brake Performance, and you know, she's great. I mean, whosoever had this car before me kept it up. There's no way a car go to 200,000 miles without some work, some real maintenance. You had to have real maintenance on this car for it to, especially this kind of BMW. Right. To get to 200,000 miles. So. Definitely. I definitely miss mine. Yeah, I know I was gonna make you miss yours. I know. That was my plan, because yours had so much of a low miles on it. You had like miles, under 100,000 on it, and you know. Wow. But I think I figure out these motors in the sense that if you do right by them, they'll do right by you. You just fix some of the factory weak points, and you should be good to go for a while. Yeah, you should be good to go. Because even the Vanos is, the OEM Vanos that the car comes with, the seals in it are just some regular rubber seals. And when I sent it out to Dr. Vanas, he updated it with Teflon seals. So these seals are gonna last much longer than the regular rubber seals inside here.
All right.
And then, you know, I use royal purple on this car, so.
On the oil changes.
Yeah, you know, I stay on top of the oil changes, so I know this car is gonna run for a while. I'm not gonna have no issue with it, so. You know what I mean? In a nutshell, nice. That's what it is.
All right, guys, One Key Car Garage here. We're with the Old Pro from the Autobahn, and that was just a short take on this pristine 740 M Sport. And hopefully, if we have time, you can run us through very quickly on what he did to the 540. Which that was another labor of love. But yeah, guys, we'll talk to you soon. One Key out, and the Autobahn 2 ends. Peace.
Yeah.